We are 22S Radio. 22S Radio is 22smedia.com and 88.1 FM KKJZ HD3 Long Beach, Los Angeles.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, and now, our World Broadcasting Tag Team Champions of the World and a Cruiserweight Champion.
I'm Ethan.
I'm James.
I'm Rob.
And this is episode 136 of Beyond the Ropes. We are BTR Pro Wrestling Talk. You can follow us on social media at Real BTR Radio. And you can follow me individually at EthanNB95 on Twitter. You can follow James at
JHW Reporter, both on Twitter and on Instagram.
Don't follow me on Instagram. I won't accept your follow request.
Message me. I will let you know what his Instagram is, and he will accept it.
It's not hard to find. You can also follow Rob at
Rob Flores Media.
And you can follow us on Facebook. Give our page a like, facebook.com/Beyond the Ropes. You can find, 135 episodes currently uploaded to YouTube. Just search up Beyond the Ropes, and you will see our pretty faces there. All right, what an episode we have to get through here. Go ahead, James.
Well, I was just going to say real quick, for those who are in a desperate need for more Ethan content, and if he doesn't accept you on Instagram for whatever the reason, let me know. I'll screenshot it and I'll send it to you.
Oh, wonderful. That's not creepy at all. Go ahead.
I'm just giving the people. I'm just giving the people what they want. If you're not going to give them the access they deserve, I'll make sure they get what they need.
Look, I'll charge them per fee, okay? I'll give them what they want, but they got to pay for it. All right.
Okay.
This week, we're recording this a little earlier. It is the Wednesday. We got 10 days before WrestleMania as we were recording this. However, when this episode goes up, it will be WrestleMania week, which is the biggest WrestleMania week actually ever, because it seems like there's going to be something every day for wrestling fans tonight as this is airing on 22S Radio. It's Monday Night Raw. Of course, Tuesday, we've got the WWE Hall of Fame. Both the 2020 and the 2021 classes will be inducted. I believe they actually already recorded those yesterday. But also, in addition, we can confirm Rob Van Dam and William Shatner will be inducted into this year's ceremonies. So a little breaking news there. On Wednesday, we have the night 1 of NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver. On Thursday, we have night 2 of NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver, exclusively on Peacock, by the way. So I got to get my subscription going there.
You got to join in with the Peacock fam. I officially joined the other day, and they kind of have me hook, line, and sinker. Let me tell you, I signed up for the app. Very easy to sign up for. I went ahead, got caught up with the Austin Broken Skull sessions with Randy Orton, Sasha, and Bailey. All great episodes. I highly recommend those. And then I started dabbling a little bit in some of the other stuff, and I'm watching John Wayne Gacy, who is a serial killer, more or less. So diving into some other stuff on the Peacock app, and that's what they were hoping for, and it's working so far. So
there you go. Of course, Friday is Friday Night SmackDown on Fox. Saturday, we have night 1 of WrestleMania 37 in Tampa Bay at Raymond James Stadium, and night 2 on Sunday, WrestleMania, of course, once again, at Raymond James Stadium. So it's a busy week. You might see us on social media. I'll try and be a little more active next week or this week as this is airing. So hopefully we'll get more discussions going, more wrestling talk going on our social accounts. But let's talk about NXT TakeOver, shall we? We have to give our predictions, and we're going to do a little discussion here. Discussing every match here. All right. So let's see. We pull up
just so we're all on the same page while you're pulling up the card and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Just so everyone remembers, I got 1 wrong last time.
That's right. For predictions, I think you and I got 1 wrong. I think we tied.
Amazing. Can I throw something out that we should be doing?
Yeah.
I think and this sounds great because I'm very confident right now, and I may totally regret this. But after WrestleMania, I mean, we could start with WrestleMania actually. I think we need to keep a running total of right and wrongs.
You want to do like complete totals?
Complete every one right is a point.
Okay.
So if you get the 10 WrestleMania matches right, you have 10 points, and then we'll just add them up for every prediction we do to the end of the year. So.
And what does a winner get at the end of the year?
Thoughts? Oh, I don't know. That's the end of the year. We haven't gotten that far.
Well,
we'll discuss that later.
A winner has to get something. We'll think about it. We'll talk about it off air. Let's start with WrestleMania. I mean, we can include takeovers as well. Include takeovers since we are giving predictions. That is.
I'm saying include all of it. Yeah.
Okay, takeover it is as well. All right, so let's get into NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver Night 1 happening April 7th on the USA Network. Did forget to mention that one will be on the USA Network as traditional NXT goes. Speaking of NXT, in a few weeks, it will be moving to Tuesdays. So hopefully when we're recording, we'll be up to date on our NXT discussions. As we're recording this, we are a little early to discuss this episode of NXT, tonight's episode of NXT. So for future episodes, hopefully we'll be able to be caught up in all that stuff. So NXT TakeOver Night 1, Walter will defend the NXT United Kingdom Championship against Tommaso Ciampa. This has all the potential of being a very brutal match. This kind of built up over the last couple of weeks. Interesting storyline between Imperium kind of coming in full force over here to NXT. Ciampa teaming with Timothy Thatcher, who was once associated with Walter in the independent scene. So there's some story going on there. Thatcher has been nowhere to be found in a few weeks. So Ciampa officially challenged Walter for the title, and it's happening Night 1. Predictions here.
I don't know. I think it's a good opportunity again to showcase Walter.
All right. Rob.
I think it might get a good thing for the title to keep switching hands. So if Ciampa wins it might be good.
You think Ciampa's going to you think Ciampa is going to break the 1,000-day streak that Walter has had with the title? All right. It's a bold prediction. James, no, we did have some technical issues with James. James, you just want to say, throw out a name?
Yeah, technical difficulties, but I think Walter, because Ciampa doesn't make sense going back to the game. So.
All right, and I've got my money on Walter as well. I think this is going to lead into a bigger story, so I've got Walter here. Next up, we have the 6-man gauntlet eliminator match to determine the number 1 contender for the North American Championship for Night 2. So it's going to feature a number of competitors. Currently, let me pull up the list of 12 guys. So as we're recording this Battle Royal has not happened yet. So we have to figure out which 6 guys are going to appear in this match.
Okay.
So there's going to be a Battle Royal between Austin Theory, Pete Dunne, James' favorite wrestler, L.A. Knight. We've got, oh my God, I'm forgetting his last name, or his first name, but it's Rust. It's the guy that's managed by Malcolm Bivens. We got Cameron Grimes. We have Swerve Scott. We've got Leon Ruff, Kushida, Dexter Loomis, Roderick Strong, Jake Atlas, and the Colossal Bronson Reed. Having a battle royal. 6 of those guys will compete at TakeOver in a gauntlet eliminator match. Basically, it's a gauntlet, and it's an elimination style match. So which 6 do we think? Well, I guess out of the 12, you can just pick a winner. We don't have to predict exactly all 6, I guess.
Well, I mean,
if you've been watching NXT, it's kind of an obvious choice, but...
Ooh, Okay, so here's like some of the. I don't know if I'll reach 6, but I'll tell you those who I think. Pete Dunne is going to be one. Roddy Strong will probably be another. Who's old boy that I like? I'm blanking on his name right now. He's doing the Ted DiBiase gimmick right now. Why am I blanking on the name? Cameron Grimes. Yes, Cameron Grimes. I think will be in that mix. I think LA Knight will be in that mix.
Of course, he's going to be there.
I think Dexter Lumis is Dexter Lumis, right? He'll be in there, and Jake Atlas, somebody. I don't know who the 6th guy will be. Okay. So those would be my 6. Who do you think is the obvious choice to win this whole thing?
Well, I'll say for my 6 really quick. I got Austin Theory because he is a part of the way with Johnny Gargano. I say Pete Dunne. I'm gonna say Kushida. I'm gonna say Roderick Strong, Dexter Lumis, and probably Cameron Grimes. I'm gonna say Grimes.
So you're was that 5 or 6?
That was 6.
So you didn't mention LA Knight.
He's kind of maybe feuding with Bronson Reed. I don't know if that's gonna lead into something. So I feel like they might leave him out. Maybe. I could be wrong. Maybe they switch out Grimes with LA Knight. But I wouldn't be surprised if they leave him out. But who knows? Dexter Lumis seems like the obvious choice because he has been feuding with Gargano over the last couple of months. So I've got to go with Lumis on that one.
Okay.
Rob?
Yep. Same.
You got Lumis?
Mm-hmm.
James?
I'll go with LA Knight just because, but Lumis will probably make sense. But I'll go with LA Knight. Yeah, whatever. We're on the LA Knight hype train for the moment.
LA Knight. Did you see it? It's great.
No, but if he's going to be doing this dumb thing, then he better be in a good match. So that's why I'm picking him to win. This is his one shot to do something right.
I don't know. I mean, I would love to see that, but maybe
if he wins, if he's in the match, I'll do the hand thing.
All right, you're gonna do it next episode. You heard it here. All right.
If he wins, yes.
Okay. So the next match on night 1 is going to be a triple threat tag team match for the vacated NXT Tag Team Championships. So last week we forgot to mention, unfortunately, Danny Burch was taken out with a shoulder injury during a match against Karrion Kross and Finn Balor in a tag match. So the NXT Tag Team titles have been vacated and now will be defended in a triple threat tag team match between the team of Raul Mendoza and Joaquin Wilde of Legado del Fantasma, the grizzled young veterans of James Drake and Zach Gibson, and Wesley and Nash Carter, MSK. Who do we have here? We've got the up-and-comers, we've got some veterans, and then we've got kind of the wild card, I think, with Legado. So,
part of me thinks they'll try and put it back on what is it, MSK, but I think you'll go with the grizzled young veterans in this one.
Okay, Rob.
Who are those people again?
MSK, grizzled young veterans, and Legado del Fantasma. You gotta get the Peacock app. You gotta get the Peacock app, Rob. Come on, they got a sale going on. I know they do.
Delgado and
which one? Legado.
Mm-hmm.
You got. All right. Should I just go for MSK just so we can all have different choices?
You can, if you feel strongly about.
I'll go with MSK.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with MSK here. All right, we'll all have different choices. And in the main event for night 1 for the NXT Women's Championship, Io Shirai defends against Raquel Gonzalez.
How long has she had the title now?
She won it in June, I believe, late May or June. And
she won that triple threat, right?
In your house, yes.
Yeah, I'll go with Raquel because why not?
Okay, Rob.
Yep, same thing.
Oh man, this is an interesting choice because they could go either way with this. I feel like. I'm really torn between this because I like both of them, and I don't know which direction they want to go. whether they want to move Io Shirai up already or, they still need someone. I mean, the NXT Women's Division is stacked as it is. They obviously have new people coming in. One named Taya Valkyrie, could come in as well to be a contender right away. I'm just gonna go with Io retaining here.
Really?
I
mean, I don't know. Okay, now that you made your pick, let me tell you why you're wrong. Okay. I mean, it's WrestleMania season. This is technically the end of the WrestleMania, or the end of the year for WWE in a way.
Yeah.
Before they kind of start fresh, start over. I think usually this is the time where you see some people who've held the title for a while or have had a good run, especially when you get some guys and girls who are going to get the opportunity to move up in the card. I think Io is going to be one. You kind of mentioned that already. I think that's partly the reason why she would lose. I mean, you see what they've done with Raquel. She's been in the in the tag team tournament, all that. They won that. I don't see why she wouldn't win this as well. So that's why you're wrong.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she won, but I'm just gonna pick.
You want to change your pick?
No, I'm gonna stick with Io.
All right, you're gonna lose.
If I lose, I lose. It is what it is. All right. So that's night one of NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver. We've only got about another minute or so. So let's just briefly talk about. I guess we had some other news about one backstage. I guess announcer kind of leaving for a different company here. James, you want to talk about that really quick?
Yeah, so Charlie Caruso officially on the way out. It seems obviously it was announced by ESPN PR on Twitter that Charlie Caruso is going to be with ESPN full time now. She had been working for ESPN and WWE at the same time, kind of working both sides of that, but making the jump full time to ESPN now. Be doing the First Take podcast and some other different things like that. So yeah. Nothing official I think I saw from WWE that said, yeah, she's gone. But obviously there was a rumor of her being late to different things or whatever. She was getting some backstage heat. And yeah, looks like the end of Charlie Caruso, at least for the time being in WWE. Never say never. Maybe she comes back. ESPN has had its fair share of layoffs over the last year or so. So we'll see. We'll see where things go. Wishing her nothing but the best, obviously. And also, well wishes to the Road Dogg, who was in the hospital recently with a likely heart attack, they're saying. He's since been released. A few people have confirmed that, I believe, including his brother, Scott Armstrong, who is a referee, who was a WWE referee. I don't think he's there anymore. But, yeah, so well wishes to the Road Dogg. And, yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
When we return, we're going to talk night 2 of NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver. And, of course, the Showcase of the Immortals, WrestleMania, right here on Beyond the Ropes. We are 22S Radio. 22S Radio is 22smedia.com and 88.1 FM, KKJZ HD3, Long Beach, Los Angeles. Welcome back to episode 136 of Beyond the Ropes. I'm your host, Ethan, joining alongside the analyst, James Williams, and, of course, producer Rob Flores. We're doing this virtually via Zoom. Stay safe. Hopefully, very soon, everyone's going to be getting, or at least able to get their vaccinations. So stay safe, everyone. We're talking about NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver Night 2. This could be match of the night. I mean, all these matches really could be matches of the entire week. Let's start with the ladder match for the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. Shawn Michaels came out, that's right, during NXT. While Jordan Devlin and Santos Escobar were having a little face-off, and he brought out a ladder. Of course, the innovator of the ladder match with, of course, Razor Ramon. You keep hating James. He was the innovator.
I don't know about innovator. I don't know. You're throwing too many extra tags. Let's not forget, it was Bret Hart's idea.
He had
the ladder match.
He had the first one, yes. He was not an innovator of the ladder match.
Whatever. I'm just making it known that Bret Hart had the idea for the ladder match, and then whatever Shawn Michaels did after was great.
Yes, the iconic WrestleMania 10 ladder match where both Intercontinental Championships were held up high. Well, the same thing, we're going to see the Cruiserweight titles held up high between Jordan Devlin and Santos Escobar. Predictions here.
I think they put it on. I think Devlin will win it. I mean, he's been away for a while. Obviously coming back. I think they put the belt back on him. Escobar's kind of been there. Maybe they had him kind of going one-on-one with Cross a little bit before. There was a storyline there. I think if anything, maybe we see Escobar in that title picture, which has been pretty crowded in recent weeks. But I think maybe he can kind of slide into that role. Maybe if a few other guys are moving up to the main card. So I'll go with Devlin on this one.
Rob?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Devlin?
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna go with Devlin as well. I don't know, he just hasn't, obviously with NXT UK kind of being out of commission for 8 months, didn't really get a huge run. But who knows? Here's the thing, if Legado wins those tag titles on Wednesday, I can see Santos retaining and them carrying gold. So we'll see.
Yeah, I can see that.
Next up, we have Johnny Gargano defending the North American Championship against the winner of that Eliminator Gauntlet we talked about. I mentioned that Dexter Lumis was going to be my pick, who was kind of the obvious choice because as they were feuding the last few months, I could see Lumis picking up the victory here, picking up that title.
Okay, so just to recap, if you don't mind, what happened with the Lumis feud that has since added all these other guys into the mix? Like, why? Obviously, it makes sense. Austin Theory's in it. Like that,
Right.
That stuff makes sense.
He just hasn't. Gargano's just been avoiding a match with Lumis. I don't think they've ever actually had they've had a match, but I don't think it was a clean victory if Gargano won. The feud was kind of taken on pause maybe the last week or two, and then they just kind of made this match because I don't know, they just needed to get another match maybe for TakeOver. So so yeah, there's no real reason why this feud kind of been put on hold, but
Okay. I think LA Knight will win this thing. I think he's gonna go in with Gargano, and I think LA Knight will win.
Bold choice. I love it. I
think LA Knight will win.
You're right though. LA Knight.
I'm not saying anything right until he wins. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to win the championship for me to do the thing. He just needs to win. He just needs to be in the match. If he's in the match, I'll do the thing.
All right, Rob.
This match will end in no contest. There'll be a rematch.
No contest at a TakeOver.
A DQ or something.
I mean, Ethan. He's had some crazier predictions that have kind of come out right. I think so. I wouldn't be surprised, but at the same time, I do think too, though, if you're gonna have a whole gauntlet match and everything else, well, then we did kind of see that not that long ago when they put John Morrison in a match and then it meant nothing. I don't know. We'll see. He's probably right, to be honest.
I doubt it, but bold prediction. Why not? We're doing bold predictions.
Anything could happen.
And in one of the co-main events, in an unsanctioned match between the two arguably best wrestlers in the world, cool Kyle O'Reilly and amazing Adam Cole will compete in perhaps the best feud in professional wrestling today. James, who do you have here?
I'll go with Cool Kyle to defeat Adam Cole. Adam Cole is going to end up going to the main card and winning the IC title at the end of the year, just like I've predicted this whole time.
Rob?
Wait, this is a normal match or this is for a belt? What did you say?
Unsanctioned. No rules, no disqualification.
Oh, so there's nothing up for grabs.
No, they're just going to fight.
Okay. I mean, there's a blood feud going on, but...
Yeah. No, I think Cole gains an ally, and that's why Cole wins now.
You think he wins? Cole wins?
I could see something like that.
Because he teams up with someone now.
Oh, okay. I don't think Cole is going to team up with anyone. but I do think he's gonna win.
What's the other fella doing?
Roderick's in that gauntlet eliminator. Hopefully he'll appear. And Bobby Fish is still out with injury, I believe so.
Bobby Fish, that's it. Okay.
Don't forget beautiful Bobby Fish. Come on now.
I forget all these, these undisputed guys. They're all pretty forgettable.
Oh,
so
goodness.
Pardon me.
All right. For the NXT Championship, we have Finn Balor defending against Karrion Kross. James, who do you have here?
Let's go with Kross. I mean, come back from the injury. I think he either had the title or did he win? He won the title and got hurt, or he did have the title and got hurt, right?
He won the title the night,
and
it was the same match he got hurt. So he
right.
Yeah.
I'll go with Karrion Kross. Yeah.
Rob?
What was it again that is in there?
Finn Balor and Karrion Kross.
Oh, yeah, Kross.
I hate to say it because I'm a big Finn Balor fan, but I think it's gonna be Kross that picks it up.
Is there a chance that we see the Demon in this?
I think there is a chance, and if he does,
that might change things. That changes things.
If he does use a Demon, that will change my prediction. I will say that. With that being said, I could also see someone coming out at the end of the night, maybe a new superstar or a new challenger if Kross does win.
Right.
So I don't know who that will be, but I feel like there's going to be some type of cliffhanger because it is WrestleMania week, so you gotta end it off on a big note. So that's our predictions for NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver. If there is any additional matches added, which I doubt there will be, we will give our predictions on Twitter at RealBTR Radio. Okay, let's talk about WrestleMania 37. As James, what's Rob doing here? Okay, Rob's on the chat here. I don't know what he's talking about. Let's talk about night one of WrestleMania 37 here. In a singles match. So these are the matches that have just been announced as we're recording this. Anything else added, we will bring up once again on social media at RealBTR Radio. Our leader, Seth Rollins, takes on Cesaro in a singles match. Who do we have here? This is big because this is Cesaro's first singles match at WrestleMania in his 10-year-long career here in WWE, which is great for him. And of course, Seth Rollins entering his 7th or 8th Mania. So good for him here. Predictions.
I think we have to go with Cesaro. I mean, if they gotta, you gotta give him a win, or you gotta do something with them. I mean, you're trying to do something with them. Just do something with them already. I could see Seth Rollins maybe winning only because he's come back, whatever. But I think this is Cesaro's match to win.
Rob?
Yeah, Cesaro might even have one of his best promos coming up. And I think because of the fact he took shot at the swing.
Okay. You both are wrong. How dare you go against our leader? You need to embrace the vision. Seth Drippin' Rollins, he's killing it on Twitter. I don't know who's better than him on Twitter.
He's a Chicago Bears fan. That says just about enough out of him.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, I don't know anything about football, so it is what it is. I've got Seth Rollins here. All right, let's get into a steel cage match between Shane McMahon and Braun Strowman. That's right. Who do we have here? James, you asked the question. So many people are asking why, but it's happening.
Yeah.
Inside a steel cage.
Like, I don't need Shane McMahon on a thing.
He's the best in the world.
On WrestleMania. He's not The Undertaker.
He's
not Shawn Michaels.
He's Rob's favorite wrestler.
That's great. Nothing against Shane McMahon. I think he's great, but no. Anyways, Braun Strowman, I guess. I think.
Rob?
This is going to be one of those interference moments where, the guy is almost climbing out and Shane just crawled out the door.
Oh, yeah. Shane, that might happen. Oh my God. I didn't even think about.
I mean, yeah.
I've got Braun Strowman. I've got Braun Strowman here, I guess, but I could see Strowman.
This is just such a, I guess, kind of match, to be honest with you.
I guess. For the Raw Tag Team Championships, the New Days, Xavier Woods, and Kofi Kingston will defend against the phenomenal one, AJ Styles and Omos.
Yeah, the New Day wasn't looking very good on Raw the other night, that's for sure. Almost got the best of them. I guess AJ wins. AJ and almost win. New Day, I mean, another short title run for here probably, and they'll probably win it next week. So, or the weekend, yeah. Just AJ and almost, I guess.
Rob?
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. It's got to be AJ and Omos here.
I kind of want to switch, but I don't think so. I don't know. Because you need some happy moments in the card. It's a little early.
I think we will get some happy moments in the card.
I'll stick with AJ and them. Okay, yeah.
I think night 2 is going to blow night 1 away, by the way. I just realized, I looked at this card. I'm like, wait, that's a huge difference.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's understandable as to why, though. I mean, if you have everything on night 1, then why watch night 2? So,
yeah. All right. We have multi-platinum recording artist, Grammy Award winning Bad Bunny facing The Miz. Did you see the new music video from Miz Morrison? Fantastic. I've got to add it.
I have not.
You gotta go watch.
I did see the working punch. A very good working punch from Bad Bunny. I did see that. Taking it to the Miz there, in the entranceway. I'll go with Bad Bunny. I don't know. I haven't seen the latest music video. I'm sure it's fantastic, but
MID.
Paying Bad Bunny. You're paying Bad Bunny that kind of money. Something's gonna be funny.
We'll see. All right, Rob.
I don't think they're gonna make a celeb do a job for someone.
Yeah.
So you're going with Bad Bunny. I'm gonna go. I guess I'll go with Bad Bunny. I guess. Next up for the WWE Championship, Bobby Lashley defends against Drew McIntyre.
Okay, can we spend a little time on this? I mean, I'm very confused about where they're going with Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre.
Hurt Business.
First of all, the Hurt Business is hurting right now, and I don't know why. And then you get Baron Corbin on the show, and then MVP has to clarify on Twitter that Baron Corbin is not in the Hurt Business, which makes me think, how is there still even a Hurt Business? So I don't know what's going on with all that. I think it's pointless.
He clarified MVP and Bobby Lashley are the Hurt Business. So.
But that just, I guess. But who's doing all the hurting? Bobby Lashley. Apparently. So why isn't just Bobby? But I do think if you're gonna have, why would you have someone like Corbin there and interfere in the way? Why don't you just have Shelton Benjamin and what's his name do that, and Cedric? Why aren't they just doing that? So I don't get it. Drew McIntyre's he was fighting with a bunch of other different people too this past week.
He had a target on his back.
Yeah, and that's why Baron Corbin was out there or something. I guess. I don't know. Bobby. Oh wow. You know what? Because this is a night 1 match, though, this changes things. This does change things.
Okay.
Because you're not getting. Are you getting a Drew McIntyre moment ending the show like he did last year? If he's on night 1, no. So now that we know, I think I'm gonna go with Bobby Lashley. I might be wrong on that, but I'll go with Bobby. Yeah.
Lashley's gonna win, and he's gonna see his next competitor right away.
I'm going with Drew McIntyre here. Gonna see a new WWE champion. And what may be the main event, although nothing's been confirmed, for the SmackDown Women's Championship, Sasha Banks defends against Bianca Belair. I've got Bianca.
Before we talk about it, Which show is good? Which match is good? What is that going to headline? Is that headlining the
I'm predicting that's probably
first night?
I'm predicting that's going to headline.
Because I'm thinking, the WWE Championship or the Women's Championship match, one is going to open the show and one's going to close the show.
Yeah,
possibly.
possibly.
I don't know. I don't know if Bobby actually like an opening. I don't know.
Rob.
But Sasha.
Bianca. I think Bianca Belair is going to.
So you got Sasha, Rob.
Okay.
You don't
seem very confident in that though.
And you shouldn't be. James, you said Bianca.
Yeah, I said Bianca. I mean, she has momentum. She won the Royal Rumble, so why not?
If this is closing, I see Bianca winning.
Definitely.
If Lashley closes, McIntyre is definitely winning.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Which makes me think maybe they won't. I don't know.
But who knows? Anyways, we're going to talk about night 2. We can talk more about this after the break. We'll talk about night 2. And right here on Beyond the Ropes. We are 22S Radio. 22S Radio is 22smedia.com and 88.1 FM, KKJZ HD3, Long Beach, Los Angeles. Welcome back to episode 136 of Beyond the Ropes. I'm your host, Ethan, joined alongside the analyst, James Williams, and of course, producer Rob Flores. We are talking now, night 2 of WrestleMania 37, happening April 11th. Let's talk about a match that was recently added for the WWE United States Championship. Riddle will defend against Sheamus. What do we have here?
Yeah, just kind of super. I feel like kind of super random. I don't know, just because it was like it was Drew and Sheamus, and now it's whatever. Wow, I don't know, because you kind of have this thing going with Riddle. Do we want Sheamus to win? Because they've been doing some stuff with Sheamus too.
Huh?
I'll go with Riddle only because I'm still not fully understanding of the no gel, and then he has a match, and all of a sudden Sheamus has gel thing. How about that for a reason?
Oh.
No.
All right.
It's confusing. Wrestle without the gel. I don't know.
It'll be Sheamus, so it'll explain why Cesaro's going solo.
I've got Riddle retaining here.
Okay.
Next up, Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. And we might have a YouTuber involved potentially in this match.
Yes.
It's Logan Paul, right? Yeah, Logan.
I don't know. One of the Pauls. I don't know.
I think it's Logan Paul. He was on SmackDown.
That's what I heard.
He was. Well,
he was?
No, it's gonna happen this Friday, but when this goes up,
okay.
It would have already happened.
Right,
but the rumor is he may appear at WrestleMania as well. So, Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. Obviously, these two have history. They're best friends. They've had a series of matches over the years. Been partners. They've teamed at WrestleMania actually. So who do we have here? Do we see Kevin Owens jumping off that pirate ship like he wanted to last year?
I mean, didn't he get hurt last year though? Didn't he? He might think twice about that one. I think. I think he got hurt, right? He jumped off the thing and
he jumped off the WrestleMania,
and then he was out for like a good while.
He wasn't out for too
long. Right.
He was not. Yeah, he wasn't 100%.
But it did kind of kill his momentum, though. I feel whatever he had gotten after the win over Seth. I'll go with Sami Zayn just because he needs a win at WrestleMania. I think. No,
Rob,
I might be wrong.
Who of heel or babyface right now?
Sami Zayn.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Okay.
And Logan Paul is on the side of Sami Zayn, correct?
We don't know yet. He is.
Okay.
So Sami Zayn's obviously been having his documentary crew film this conspiracy against him, which, by Twitter, I can't see how he's wrong. They treat him terribly on Twitter. There was a recent post on the Bump where they were promoting him, where they said, "Oh, and we forgot to mention Sami Zayn." So I don't know. This company just treating poor Sami Zayn wrong. So I'm on Team Sami Zayn here. I think he's gonna win here.
I would say if this YouTuber is not involved, and I know Rob still has to make his pick, I believe, but I think this has kind of some kickoff show potential, possibly, maybe.
Rob, you said Zayn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we all said Zayn, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Next up for the Intercontinental Championship, we have Big E defending against Apollo Crews. At a certain point, Apollo has to win, right?
I would think so, but at the same time, I mean, this is not where we expected Big E to be at this point in WrestleMania season. I expected him to be contending for the title or, something. But we'll take what we can get. I think, especially if you have the New Day lose night one, I think maybe have Big E kind of provide a happy moment there. But yeah, I mean, I think Apollo does have a chance at really winning this thing because he's kind of hasn't been looking all that great. I'll go with Big E just to be different. I don't know.
Rob?
Apollo.
I'm going to go with Big E here. I would think Apollo has to. Maybe Apollo.
Why? Can you tell me why?
I really don't know why. And honestly, I don't know.
Okay. That's fair.
I'm literally just, this is a toss up. I feel like this card is one of the hardest cards to predict because they could really go either way with it. I like really with the number of matches they could throw anything up in the air. So, but I'm gonna go with Big E. Maybe Apollo wins it on SmackDown the following week because they like to do that sometimes where they have a rematch and then they win it the next night or something. So, but I've got Big E getting his WrestleMania moment here. Next up, we have The Fiend facing Randy Orton. Randy Orton cut probably one of his best promos last week on Raw. A great promo. Definitely go check it out. If you watched, as I know James mentioned, the Broken Skull sessions, he talked about getting into promos in the last year, especially. Getting more practice in and all that. So he cut a really good promo. Who do we have here?
I think with that said, I think I really am all in on. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I really am all in on Randy Orton, especially after watching the Broken Skull sessions and just his mindset and the way he is on things. But at the same time, he did kind of talk about putting some guys over. So I might change my pick here. You know what? I didn't like bigger pay-per-views now that I kind of think about it. I'll go with The Fiend because he needs a win and people over. So The Fiend it is. The Fiend it is.
All right. James has The Fiend. Rob, who do you have here?
Has there been any Firefly segments?
Nope. No, there hasn't. He's just full Fiend. Yeah.
Ugly Fiend.
Bray Wyatt. Whatever is left of The Fiend, yeah. So.
Yeah, The Fiend.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's kind of hard. I mean, The Fiend kind of needs victory. This feud needs to end. If Randy Orton wins, I mean, this feud's over and The Fiend just looks.
Yeah, he looks bad again, and nothing will especially when he just came back. I mean, all Randy Orton's been doing is throwing up black stuff. So
yeah, so The Fiend. Next up, we have Asuka defending her Raw Women's Championship against Rhea Ripley.
I'm gonna go with Rhea, even though this seems like it was kind of thrown together quick. And I wouldn't rule out Charlotte completely, not from competing, but maybe getting involved because I think she was seen backstage this past week or something. So we'll see. I think maybe we'll get some sort of Charlotte Rhea storyline again or something, but I think Rhea will win.
Rob?
Same.
Yeah, I want to pick Asuka, but because she's I think the last year especially, she's been carrying that women's division, especially during pandemic and during the Performance Center era. But, and she hasn't had that WrestleMania victory. But I think
Rhea?
Asuka.
Or Asuka.
Asuka. Well,
Okay,
Rhea.
That's true.
Once.
That's true. And then with Rhea, I mean, having lost last year,
it's kind of like
I really all that fond of that match. I think it really didn't do anything for me.
It was a great match. No, it was a great match. It just didn't do anything for Rhea after the fact, and it kind of fell down. So, and you mentioned Charlotte coming back. I mean, she's going to be back sooner than later, I would assume, or maybe not if she's going to film that Walking Tall remake. But regardless, I think she's going to be the one to feud with Rhea. So I think Rhea's going to win this year.
Okay.
Next up in the main event, and this one is pretty much confirmed to be the main event of night 2, because of course you have our tribal chief, the head of the table, Roman Reigns, defending the Universal Championship against Edge, and now as of last week, Daniel Bryan. I was gonna go on a whole rant about this, but I'm not. It is what it is.
Please do, because if you won't, I will.
Go ahead.
So
go
on.
No, go ahead.
So I don't know if I mentioned this at all last week, but I don't get why Daniel Bryan's in this match. Just because, I mean, one, he didn't look that great after the Elimination Chamber, the way that whole thing played out. I think if put Daniel Bryan in the Bobby Lashley McIntyre match and put a worker in there. I mean, not that those guys aren't good workers either or whatever, but I think Edge is supposed to win. My pick is Edge, obviously, but I just think it would be a lot better if he won it with just Roman Reigns. Like, I don't know. I feel like they're looking for some sort of Daniel Bryan magic, the way when he beat Batista and Triple H, they're trying to do this triple threat thing again, and it's not needed. Like, they don't need to do it like that. I don't know. I think Edge is going to win, but I'm just not. The way you just throw guys in there last minute. Edge asked for this match as the Royal Rumble winner. He should get it solo, one-on-one. There should be no reason why anyone else should be added to the match. Especially when Edge is the one who made the match, initiated the whole thing. He didn't ask for a triple threat match. He asked for a one-on-one match against Roman Reigns. So how fair is that to him that he's getting put in a triple threat match that he didn't ask for, and had the right to decide what match he wants to be in? So, yeah, I don't think it's fair to Edge, to be honest. And totally understand why he would be just a tiny bit upset the way that he was this past week. Yeah,
they're making him out to look like the bad guy here, but he's a good guy. I mean, crying out loud. I know Beth, his wife, Beth Phoenix, tweeted, what do we do now? I tweeted to her, you got to support him. Come on now. He's in the right here.
Why? Is she saying that he's wrong, or
no? She replied to that kind of what he did to what do I do now, like as if she's conflicted here. No, you get
right. There's nothing to be conflicted about. Let him rant. Let him do whatever he needs to do because he's mad. And I mean, hopefully that anger pays off throughout the match, and he doesn't get too hot-headed, but is able to kind of to get the job done. But see, that's the thing I don't like because, well, I guess for Roman Reigns' sake, which would make sense considering how hot and he's everyone's tribal chief, yada, yada. Mm-hmm. I think it works out nicely for him because you can have Daniel Bryan take the pin, Edge gets his moment, which I think, again, dampers the whole situation. But at the same time, I think Roman Reigns still looks good coming out. Roman Reigns can come out the next night and say, I lost the title without being pinned, yada, yada. And maybe we can continue the Edge and Roman Reigns storyline. But again, I think it would have been it's going to be a lot better. There's still time to change it, I guess, kind of. And I mean, you'd have to take Daniel Bryan out completely. But I just think it's a missed opportunity with all things considered, not having Edge win it one-on-one at the end of the night. So we'll see.
I think we all agreed on this, kind of saying Daniel Bryan's going to be the one to take the pin. That's probably why he is added to the match. You got to protect Edge and Roman here. Rob, who do you have here?
It'll be Edge.
Okay. And, I don't bet against my tribal chief. Roman Reigns. He's not going to lose this. Okay. But I'm going to say Edge picks up the title here.
So he loses.
Roman doesn't lose. I'm just saying Edge.
Okay. You got to see what Paul Heyman does. Maybe he gets involved. Maybe he changes things. Who knows? Let's throw it out there. Maybe you get Brock Lesnar to come out there. Maybe you see some sort of turn here from Heyman. Maybe, who knows? Maybe you kind of kick off a feud there. I don't know. Something that I don't know.
All right, so
it get wacky.
Yeah. So, we've got, since we are recording this about 10 days before Mania, there are for sure matches to be added, whether to be in the kickoff show or not. Any predictions? Do we see a women's tag team title match?
I think we do, and I think that maybe kind of confirmed. I don't know who is supposed to be in it. It has now that's a match, if anything, that would have some kickoff pre-show potential. I still don't understand why they're going to split Nia and Baszler up. Not that they officially have, but it seems that way. Obviously, they're the champions still. But yeah, I mean, who are they going to have a match with, or what is it going to be? What, Natalya and Lana? Who?
Natalya, Tamina are a team that have been building up for the last few weeks. Mandy and Dana have been there, and Lana.
And what was Lana doing up there?
Lana
and Naomi.
I think it's going to be a 4-way. We may see new tag champions, although I could see Nia and Shayna retaining.
Yeah, but who do you want winning? Like, I mean, those other tag teams are very just kind of thrown together. I mean, Natalya and what's your name have been together for a while, I think, but I don't know. Or is it Nia? You said Tamina and Natalya?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't there two? Or is that that's Mandy and
Dana?
Dana, right?
Yeah, they've been there for a while as a team. I wouldn't mind seeing Tamina and Natalya get some gold, just because they've been there. Especially Tamina, she has not won a title. She's been there for like a decade. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I can see her and Natalya being a tag team. I mean, I think maybe they win it, but I don't know.
Do we see an Andre Battle Royal?
I think we do. Who would be in it? Who would win it? I don't know.
Roll out a winner.
I mean, let's say, just throwing out names of people who would probably be in that match. You'd have Shelton Benjamin and Cedric would be in that. You would have maybe Elias. I don't know.
Mustafa Ali.
Ali. Yeah, look, you don't even have any of the Retribution guys in there, and that whole thing went down the drain, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Otis and Gable would be in that, I'm sure.
Well, we could have a SmackDown Tag Team title match as well. That could be another.
Right. And who are who has the titles? Is it still the Street Profits? What are the Street Profits doing nowadays? What's going on with them?
It's Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode that are tag champions on SmackDown. Sir.
Yes,
so I think I think they'll defend them against Street Profits, Otis and Gable, and Mysterios, because that's, like I mentioned last week, they kind of all traded victories over each other. So
that's right.
They're teasing like another 4-way match. Maybe that'll be night one stuff. So
are we kind of cooling off on the Street Profits here a little bit? I mean, I know the Street Profits are good, but is WWE kind of cooling off on them a little bit for whatever reason? I mean, sometimes they do that kind of stuff just to kind of get some other guys involved or to preserve the shelf life a little bit. But I just feel like they're getting kind of lost in the shelf.
Well, the tag division on SmackDown right now.
Seems like it anyways.
The tag division on SmackDown's going, kind of between. I mean, you got 4 teams. Everyone's getting a little shine. So, if that match does happen,
right?
I don't know if the titles
are.
You think Street Profits? Okay.
I think that you reward the Street Profits there just based on what they did this last year. So,
Rob, who would you see win the tag titles if the 4-way match does happen between the champions Ziggler and Roode versus Otis and Gable versus Street Profits versus Rey and Dominic Mysterio?
Why are the Mysterios in there?
They've been in the division. Hey, that one looks good. He's been working.
No, the Street Profits.
And then
I think Ziggler and Rude retain if that happens.
And then Rob, another prediction real quick before we end this show here. Where do you think we see R-Truth in this card, if at all? I'm assuming we're going to see him at some point. So where do we see him at?
That 24/7 title is going to be defended at some point throughout the
Yeah,
night.
I mean, it's probably going to be defended 3 times. But, he's still going to pop up in a match and say, oh, I'm not in this match kind of deal. What match is it going to be?
I mean, I would like to see R-Truth in a future Money in the Bank match at least.
Okay. Why?
That's not happening in Mania.
Wasn't he already in one?
Probably. I will say if there is a battle royal, men's battle royal, I could see Jeff Hardy winning that.
No.
Jeff Hardy, okay. I could see. I forgot about Jeff Hardy. Mm-hmm. There's just a lot of guys. There's a lot of guys. Lucha House Party, I'm guessing, or whoever, any Lucha would be in that. All those guys.
Yeah. I think
they're going to try and get guys on the show. They're going to get guys on the show.
All right. So we've got what? Another minute here?
20 seconds.
20 seconds. So thank you for tuning in. Follow us on social media at Real BTR Radio. We'll be giving updates on our predictions if there are any additional matches, our thoughts on the cards, TakeOver, WrestleMania, Hall of Fame stuff, and all that and more. But until next time, this episode of Beyond the Ropes has been absolutely too sweet.
Cole's going to lose.
No, he's not. He's going
to lose.